to another episode. I am here, as I promised. I have an episode on that I'm doing right now on identity and confidence. I spoke briefly about it, and in this episode, it is going to speak a little bit more about identity because this is something you definitely need in a relationship. If you don't know who you are, you run the risk of someone else telling you who you are, and then when you believe it, then you lose confidence in yourself, and your confidence in who you are is wrapped up into that person, which creates soul ties, makes it hard for you to leave them because then you feel like you don't know who you are without them, and that is very unhealthy. So with that being said, sorry about that. With that being said, let's talk about your identity. Your identity is rooted in your future. All right, not your present. You're living out what you want in your future. And what I mean by that is so many people, they use their mistakes. Oh, I'm a baby mama, or I'm this, or I'm that, oh, I ain't gonna be ish because I was told this, oh, I've been abandoned, so I'm damaged goods, I'm this, there's no hope for me. People are telling you all of these things. Hogwash. Okay? You are not your mistakes. You're not your issues. What happened to you is not you. It is something that has happened to you. It has been something that was either done to you. It was a decision. It's a dire consequence to a decision that you have made. Whatever those things are, this trauma is not who you are. It is something that has happened to you, and it is your past, but it is a history lesson to make sure that these things don't repeat itself, because you're going to remember maybe those red flags or those situations and remember to not get into them again. This isn't to build a wall up in your defensive wounds. It is to make you more alert and aware. You need to have those defenses up, being alert, being aware, being having intuition, have a keen sense, your gut feeling. You want to use that discernment, so when you make future decisions or when you run into future people around you in your life, you're not going to waver. All right, so you need to understand who you are. Who you are should align with, if you're a Christian, what God says you are. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay, so for you to be able to find your identity, you do need to heal, but you need to also understand that you're not made to be a victim. You're made to be a person who is a conqueror. In the Bible, it says you're more than a conqueror. So you're even greater than that. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are beautiful. There's no mistake with you. You may have made mistakes in your life. People may have made mistakes that cause trauma in your life. People may have intentionally have done things to cause harm and trauma in your life, but you are not those issues. You will rise above them. You've made a mistake, and you know what? Those mistakes are going to help you to make better decisions in the future. But at this point, you're going to be a better person. So close your eyes. Think about all those things that people have said about you. Put it in a trash can. That is not you. Now think about what you want to be. If you write them down, those negative things, or you can say it out loud and then metaphorically put it in the trash can. If you've said it, if you wrote it, then ball up the piece of paper, throw it in the trash can. Those things are not you. Now all the things you want to be, think about it right now. You're loving, you're beautiful, you are sexy, you're kind, you're generous. Whatever it is that you want now, be it. Be it. Walk like it, talk like it, act like it. So if you say you're classy, you need to walk, dress, and act classy. No one's telling you go and break the bank, but you can use whatever you already have to be classy. So if you're classy, you shouldn't be dressing slutty. If you say you are loving, you should not be tearing people down with your words, cursing them out, using profanity. If you say you are a peaceful and a kind person, you shouldn't be instigating or being messy or gossiping. If you say you are a person who is generous, you should be more giving to those who need it. You don't throw your pearls to the swine. You don't give someone something that does not deserve it, but people who do deserve it. All right? and it doesn't have to necessarily be money. It could be a piece of yourself, not sexually, but a piece of yourself of, getting to open up more, be a little bit more approachable. And I'm not saying like you have to be talking to the person, but where you were, had this wall up and kept to yourself, you can get to the point where you're like, hi, how are you doing? You can just speak to them, smile. These are ways where you open up just a little bit more. Those defensive wounds are gone, and you're at that point where you can be able to say, how are you doing? How's your day? You're speaking to people. Um, you're interacting with people, and your interaction could be something as simple as a nod and or a smile when you see people. Hi, hi. Mm-hmm. So, because some people have that defensive wound, and they're like, closed off from the world. Leaving out your house, that's a little piece of yourself opening up, helping people. Whenever you see someone that looks nice, say, oh, wow, you look nice. Providing compliments. That's part of being generous, instead of holding everything in from good, and you only, because a lot of people like to only, when they speak, it's always something negative. But say something good and positive. So that's that as far as getting your identity and walking in it by living it and things like that. But now you need to be assured of yourself. Get that confidence, and that confidence is going to be able to walk in it without feeling afraid or fearful or anxious. So if I say I'm loving, I can't say I'm loving, but I'm like this. No, I am loving and I am confident. So I roll my shoulders back, I hold my head high, and I smile. And whatever I say I am is what I am. Who I say I am. What someone else tells me, if it's not to provide extra value to my life, I don't want to hear it, because you've offered no value to me. You've offered no knowledge to me. All you did was try to beat me down with your words, and I will not accept that. There is hope for me. That's what you need to say. Because if you are a spiritual person, God said, I did not come to harm you, but I came to give you hope and a future. So I wanted to do a little, just to let you know a little bit more about identity and confidence alone. If you didn't want to watch the video on the preparing to be a wife 101, because this would just give you insight in getting your identity and your confidence together. So hopefully you are walking in the woman that you designed. That you were designed to be. You're walking in your purpose. You're walking and you're sure of yourself and who you are. And that is not arrogance. That is not aggressive. That is assertiveness. You are, and I think a man who is masculine and happy with who he is, he's going to want a woman who's sure of herself, not a woman who's, he's not going to want that. He wants a woman who's like, wow, she knows who she is. Yes, you need to be that woman who knows who you are. So if someone tells you different, that helps you in vetting. Because when people try to do the opposite of what you deserve or who you say you are, if I say I'm a queen and you're treating me like a peasant, like gum at the bottom of your shoe, I do not deserve it. I do not. So be gone. Bye. So that is all I have. Take care, ladies.